Hello, everyone. So Osarogie of News Central TV, took on Bayo Onanuga, who had come out to say that Mr. Peter Obi and IPOB are the ones that are responsible, for the call for the protest across the nation. It's unbelievable the length that this illegitimate government will go to refuse to take responsibility and instead continue to blame everyone and everybody, and most especially Mr. Peter Obi, whom they seem to think is the reason for their failure and their inability to give good governance, accountability, and transparency. But I wouldn't want to take too much of your time. Just listen to Mr. Osaro.
Lately, there's been a lot of varying opinions on the need for a protest or not. It has even progressed, just as expected, into ethnic profiling and attempts to paint the calls for a protest as something engineered by the IPOB or by Labour Party's candidate Peter Obi, who, of course, if you've paid close attention, has not once said anything pro-protesting. And you can, of course, see from his Twitter account every single thing he said concerning protesting. None of them has been in support of a protest, either in the past or currently. But, as usual, the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, still found it within himself. He dug deep within himself, and after searching and searching and searching for days, he was able to still manufacture a narrative blaming either Peter Obi or the IPOB for increasing calls for a nationwide protest. This is where we are. Now, we can address how that, of course, how things have turned out and how all the evidence seems to be completely false, blaming the IPOB or Peter Obi for the calls for a protest. But let's really just ask the question this morning. Is there anyone across Nigeria today who's actually happy? Right from northern Nigeria, the middle belt, the south-south, the southeast, and even here in the southwest where the president is from. Is there anyone who's truly trusting the process? Aside politicians and those who, of course, who are fully invested for their personal interest, is there anyone who says to themselves, yes, things may be really tough right now, but I really trust this government and I'm okay with suffering till things start to get better? Is there anyone who truly is excited about Nigeria's current situation? If there is, why are they hiding? Why don't we see them on the streets celebrating and cheering on the current government? Why instead are we seeing people climbing broadcasting masts or attempting suicide, even here in Lagos? It would be the highest level of self-deceit to tell yourself, or even to tell Mr. President, that the growing calls for a protest are engineered or driven by the opposition political party or movement. And even if that was the case, the fact that there is a growing number of people who are struggling to get even just one meal a day, as stated by Senator Ahmad Lawan, it makes it easier for whichever anti-government group to engineer a protest. Again, that doesn't seem to be the case. Just to reiterate, that it's not likely that any of the calls for protests are engineered by the IPOB or Peter Obi or anybody, just like Bayo Onanuga said. But I'll ask these people around Mr. President this morning to take a quick opinion poll across Nigeria. Ask around 1,000 or 10,000 people, are they truly happy with today's Nigeria? Are they impressed with the way the country is being run? Do they believe in the idea of persevering, as President Tinubu has asked? Just do a quick opinion poll across the country and see what it will show you. I'm certain those closest to Mr. President wouldn't like the results of those opinion polls. So again, this morning, as we take further steps in our journey as a nation, let those around Mr. President be reminded that Nigerians are very much aware that they don't have time to waste. I've spoken about this before. Millions of Nigerians have done a mental breakdown of how old they would be at the end of this administration, and how important it is that our nation starts to see some level of progress today. Not next week, not in a few years, not maybe in the next couple of months. Today. So it is important that this government does something to show the Nigerian people that as you ask them to be patient, that they are not going to be waiting in vain. Ethnic whistling or any other tactics to dismantle a possible protest is a clear sign that Mr. President's people do not have the necessary means to convince Nigerians that they are in safe hands. Good morning, Nigerians.
Ha ha ha. Is there anything left that Osaro did not say? All they need to do is to actually go out on the streets and see and hear from Nigerians. Forget people on social media, forget those of us with big mouths that we're always talking, that they say we don't see anything good in anything government is doing. We're always attacking government and all of that. Just go on the streets and ask people. But anyway, there's someone on, I think, TikTok who had done a bit of that sampling, and I think I will leave you here with that sampling to see what a lady had to say on the street that I'm sure wasn't influenced by anyone. It's her her opinion about what is currently happening in Nigeria. So take a look.
This pepper, so I go screw the rubby face. No matter they tell you so. Trubu, I go. No, let me even talk about Trubu. Trubu na Percy. Trubu no be Percy.
Oh yeah, good evening, ma.
Evening, sir.
What's your name?
I'm Mrs. Juliet.
Where you be?
From Afawa.
Afawa. Mama, how you see the Nigerian market now?
Nigerian market tough, oh. But we see target. It's tough, well. Go wait to see a market day. We don't believe. We see target.
So the last market you come when that's happen?
I did the market, oh. We did. I did the market, everything happen. It's a terrible something. Issue where we say, they finish. Now you put that last market. Now they say we see target.
For how long you know they call this market before?
Never can't. I know if it's a daughter. Since 2016, I did this market.
But since you don't do this town, you don't ever hear say something like that happen before?
For where even my what do you call it so? My mother-in-law, almost 80 years plus. I asked her, I said, mother, since which boss, you don't ever see something? He said no. So that's for me the boy yesterday.
So mama, what do you feel say now cost this whole thing?
We don't know.
Okay, so mama now, the way the Nigeria be now, if you see Tinubu, what you go tell her?
I go kill her. If I see Tinubu, this pepper, so I go screw the rubby face. No matter they tell you so. Tinubu, I go. No, let me even talk about Tinubu. Tinubu na Percy. Tinubu not be Percy. Because I put us on this mess today. God go punish her.
Mama, what is this? What is this when they say God go punish her?
God go punish her. Because he not try. Nigeria supposed to be like this.
Okay, how the tomato, how this Tinubu regime they affect them?
This tomato, before they sell at 200. You understand me? Before, this tomato at 200. But now 500. This pepper now 200. But now 500. Who comes out? Now Tinubu? 500, 200. Who are?
Say if you see Tinubu, which advice you will give her?
Advice? I'm not going to give you bad advice. I go swear for her, and I be I will give her. He not go well with Tinubu. Until I be the prayer, I go pray for her. If we never well with Tinubu, I be the prayer.
No.